Unit 3, and first thing is mean value theorem. The topic is mean value theorem, you can say. Let us define first. What is minima, what is maxima? Let us write the definition. Let J is contained in R, be an interval, and f from J to R be a function. We say that a point C belongs to J, a point C belongs to J is a point of local maxima, is a point of local maximum, you can say, maximum, if there exists delta positive such that C minus delta in the open interval C minus delta and C plus delta that is contained in J, and f of x is less than f of C. What do you mean by that? For all x that is lying there in that, for all x belongs to C minus delta and C plus delta. Okay, then this is called local maximum. Local maximum, the word local says it is maximum around some neighborhood, correct? It is maximum in some neighborhood. Say example I can take. Yeah, what do you see? If I take a neighborhood of this, suppose this is my point C. If I take C minus delta, so C minus delta will be here, C plus delta will be here. So say C minus delta and C plus delta. In this neighborhood, what do you see? F of C is the highest value. This value, everybody is less than f of this, even these people are also less than f of this, but we are talking about in this interval, in this neighborhood. That's why it is called local maxima. So this is local maxima. Even if you take this as a point, then this will be your neighborhood. This is local maxima. So local maxima, we are talking in a particular interval only. That is called local maxima. Okay, and the next thing will be global maxima. Global maximum will be what? You have to find maximum of all the local maxima point. Okay, but similarly local minima kya rahega? It will be, again you can say, if I take this interval and say this interval, I'm getting this as the minimum value. If I'm getting this as the minimum value. So read the definition properly. If there exists delta, I need to find a delta such that in this interval f of x should be less than f of c. This is simple definition. So similarly you can define local minima. Local minimum क्या रहेगा? In the interval f of x is greater than equal to f of c. F of c is the lowest value. So I'll write similarly a local minima is defined. The next thing will be global maxima. A point x naught belongs to J is said to be a point of global maxima. Is said to be a point of global maxima. Point of maximum भी बोल सकते हो, or you can say global. Global maximum on J if what should happen? F of x, it should be less than equal to f of x naught for which point? For all x in J. That is called global maxima. It is for all x in J. Correct? So global minima is similarly you can define global minima. Correct. Now remember one thing, this is note you should understand. The point of local minima, the point of local minima or maxima and maxima should be interior point. What do you mean by interior point? Do you know? What do you mean by interior point? That means there should be a neighborhood. I'll just draw a diagram and tell you. See, I'm coming here. थोड़ा सा छोटा कर दो इसको. Just make it here and here. Okay. Suppose I'm talking about this point. Say इसको मैं बोलता हूँ C1. This is say C2. This is C3. This is C4 and this is say C5. Correct. So these are 5 points I have. Okay. Now I would like to know which of them is local maxima, local minima क्या है सब. ठीक है. What do you think? Local maxima क्या है? C1 is a local maxima. Do you see? Because I can have a neighborhood. This C1 is a local maxima. C3 is a local maxima. I can have a neighborhood. C5 is a local maxima. Do you see? Yes. And what is local minima? C2 is local. Maybe I'll write here. This sign is for local maxima. Okay. And another I can take this one. You see C2 is local minima, C4 is local minima. This sign is for local minima. Okay. Yes. And what is global maxima? What is global maxima and global minima? You observe सबसे minimum value C4 is minimum value, तो C4 is called global minima and C5 seems to be the highest value, so C5 is global maxima. Correct. What do you see from here? Do you see some relationship between global maxima and local maxima or global minima and local minima? Yes. Can any local maxima, can it be necessarily global maxima or ulta? Any global maximum necessary a local maximum? Which one is true? What do you think? From the diagram, what do you think? Two statement I am saying is any global maximum necessarily a local maximum? Or second question, is any local maximum necessarily global maximum. What do you think? Same goes for minima. We don't care about that. Think about it. For to answer this question, look at this example. Suppose you are having a function from e to b to r, and the function is given by f of x is equal to x. Okay. So what can you if you draw this, कैसा आएगा ये? F of x equal to x between a and b. Say a is here and b is here, so it will be something like this. Do you agree? 45 degrees angle. What is this point? This is point B. What do you think? What is local maxima, local minima? Do you see, if you want to check whether B is a local maxima or not, I need to have a neighborhood. Correct? But in B, I cannot find a delta neighborhood such that C minus B minus delta is completely inside the contour. Read the statement properly. For the local maxima, what I wanted first of all the interval should be in the J, in the domain. C minus delta and C plus delta must be in the domain, then only I can talk about local maxima or local minima. This is most important thing. The interval should be in the domain. But what do you see here? If you take B minus delta and B plus delta, but your domain is only up to B, I cannot have this point. Correct? So what is your conclusion? B is not local maxima. Whether B is a global maxima, yes. If you take any point, उसमें क्या है? I just want in the domain, take any point, I should be having the highest value. So highest value is f of B. But B is global maxima. So what can you conclude now? Global maxima need not be local maxima. So this is need not be true. Answer for this is, I have given you example. Need not be true. Correct? That means this statement is false. You can say no. Is any global maxima necessarily a local maxima? I got this point B is a global maxima, but this is not a local maxima. So what about this one? Any local maximum necessarily a global maximum? Yes. Take one more function and think. Look at this function. Suppose you are having a function g from minus 2 pi to 2 pi to r, okay, and g of x is given by cos x. What is the graph of cos x? If you know, cos का वैल्यू मैक्सिमम कब आता है? x equal to 0. So can I say x equal to 0 is local maxima? First of all, I need to see that x equal to 0. Can I find a neighborhood? Can I find a delta which is completely lying in the interval? Yes, definitely. Correct? So x equal to 0 is local maxima, and what is cos 0? That is 1. So that is the highest value. 1 is the highest value, correct? So what can you say? This x is equal to 0 is local maxima and global maxima also. What do you see about x equal to 2 pi and x equal to minus 2 pi, or you can talk about x equal to plus minus 2 pi? What about these 2 points? Whether they are local maxima? What about this? Again the value is 1 only, correct? But you see that they are on the boundaries. I cannot find a delta which is completely inside in that, so this is not local maxima, but it is global maxima. So what do you see in the same function? You got this. Is that okay? Do you understand? This was an easy exercise to understand. That is local maxima, global maxima में relation क्या है? What can you say? Mostly people used to say कि जो बड़ा वाला है that follows from छोटा वाला. तो if it is global maxima then it is local. But here it is not correct. Correct? Do you see? Here this global maxima need not be a local maxima. I gave you so many examples. And what about this? Is any local maxima necessarily a global maxima? Is any local maxima necessarily a global maxima? Definitely again not. You saw there are some global maxima, they are not local. Oh, sorry, there are some local maxima which are not global maxima. And if you see the graph also, previous graph also, you can see this is a local maxima, but which is not a global maxima. This guy is also local maxima, but this is not a global maxima, even in the previous case. So both the things, you can say there is no relation between them. Okay, think about it. I'll just talk about, and this maxima and minima, they are called extremum. If I say extremum, that means I'm talking about either maxima or minima. Another name so that I can refer any of them. In particular, you can take maxima or minimum. Okay, so let us do a theorem. Let J, which is contained in R, be an interval. Let F from J to R be differentiable on J. On J. Okay, and point C belongs to J. If C is local extremum of F, then F dash of C is 0. This is what you want to prove. First of all, let us see, can you see this graphically? Can you see the whole thing graphically? First of all, read the statement, try to see it graphically. What do you observe? What do you see? If you have any doubt or anything, you can directly message it to me also. You can directly send your message to me. Do you see this graphically? What you are given with? You are given an interval. The domain is an interval J. Function from J to R, be a differentiable on J, and point C belongs to J if C is local extrema. So I am already talking about local extrema. That means what? I'll be having a delta such that C minus delta and C plus delta that is contained in J. I am already having this delta. There exists delta positive such that. What I have to do? To prove derivative is zero, I'm already having delta. This may help you. और graphically अगर बात करें तो suppose you are having a function. Let us see the same function. या पॉइंट क्या था यहाँ पे C1 था, यहाँ पे C2 था, C3, C4 and this is C5. What do you see? Local maxima क्या क्या है? C1 is local maxima, C3 is local maxima and C5 is local maxima. And what is this point C? This is point C यहाँ पे, C3 यहाँ पे है f of C and this will be यहाँ पे something. What do you mean by derivative? I already told you graphically what is the meaning of derivative. It is slope of tangent, correct? And you already know that if two lines are parallel, then the slopes of the two lines are same. If two lines are parallel, then slopes are same, correct? So from that, suppose मेरे को f of c1 पे निकालना है slope. So do you see that इसका slope will be tangent will be this one, which is parallel to x-axis. This line is parallel to x-axis. So can I see that slope of this line is same as slope of x-axis? But what is slope of x-axis? That is 0, because inclination कुछ है ही नहीं. Tan 0 is 0. I hope you remember one more definition of slope is that tan theta, tan of inclination angle with positive x-axis. So do you see? And here also tangent is this, which is parallel to x-axis, so derivative is 0. Tangent is this, which is parallel to x-axis, correct? Derivative is 0. How will you prove this? Let us write the proof. We are already given f is local, so f is extremum, so you can understand, let f have local maximum at C. Suppose I am considering local maximum. So what is definition of local maximum? That means there exists a delta positive such that f of x is less than equal to f of C for all x where that x should be C minus delta and C plus delta. Okay, what do you mean by that? Let us see. Between C minus delta to C, can I just reframe it like this? That is, if I am having a term that is f of C plus h, then that is also less than f of C. And if I am having a term f of C minus h, that is also less than f of C. Since f of C is the local maxima, so C minus delta and C plus delta, it will be minimum, something like that, correct? And this is true for all h where that h should belongs to minus delta and delta. These two things are true for all h if your h is minus delta and delta. Now in the question it is already given differentiable. Do you see? Function is already differentiable. So can I see the derivative? Can I say about derivative? Since f is differentiable at C, what do you mean by that? That means f dash of C is equal to what? Limit h tending to 0 f of C plus h minus f of C upon h. Okay? Yes. What can you say now? Do you see this thing and tell me? There are two things you have to take. Limit h tending to 0, you have to solve left limit also and right limit also and see what is happening. Since limit exists, correct? So they must left limit and right limit, they must be equal. So let us see first what is left derivative. That is f dash of C, that is limit h tending to 0 minus, suppose I am taking 0 minus f of C plus h minus f of C upon h. 0 minus means what? I am coming, h is my negative, that means this h is actually minus h. So this is same as C minus h, f of C minus h. This whole thing is same as f of C minus h. and I already know f of c minus h is less than f of c, so this whole term will be what? If you take f of c this side, then what? Then what will happen? And again divide by h, so it will be again negative. So this whole thing will be what? पहले तो देखो f of c minus h minus f of c, this will be negative, but this h is also negative, so this whole term will be positive. This whole term will be greater than 0. And if you are talking about right derivative, that means limit h tending to 0 plus again f of c plus h minus f of c upon h. Here h is also positive, c plus h and f of c. What do you see there? F of c plus h is less than f of c. इसको उधर भेजो. I may write it here only. That is f of c plus h minus f of c, that is negative. And what do you see here? F of c minus h minus f of c is negative. So numerator is negative, but h is also negative, na? So this whole term will be a positive number. That is, you need to understand here. So here you are telling that f dash of c is positive. Here you are saying that that limit is negative. So what is the conclusion? First of all, you are already given कि limit exist होता ही है. So this should be true only if both are satisfying at the same point. Equal to, do you see, less than equal to, greater than equal to. So you can say the above two inequalities you can say from the above two inequalities directly लिखते हैं f dash of c is 0. Correct. Similarly you can do for local maximum. Hence proved. Similarly we can prove for local minima. Proof was quite easy if you observe it properly. If your h is negative, matlab c minus h is same as c plus h. I hope you understand. You can substitute h is equal to minus. H is coming from negative side, so this h is negative. Hence, what did we prove? We proved that if your function is differentiable, if c is a local extremum, then derivative is 0. Do you see that I am just trying to make the Rolle's theorem and Lagrange theorem and everything? So next topic will be Rolle's theorem, that we will be doing in the next lecture. You can refer to your notes of 12th standard, 11th standard, जहाँ पे भी है. What is Rolle's theorem? And again we will be seeing everything graphically first, then we will come back to the proof. Okay? Yeah. So I'll stop now. Thank you.